Hi guys, today's topic is how metals are going to react with other metal salts. Okay, that other metal salts in the form of solution form. The metal is going to react with other metals in the form of solution. Okay, now I'm going to take two metals here. What are the metals means? Iron and copper. Iron and copper. These two I am going to take. Iron in the form of iron nail and copper wire. Iron nail and copper wire. These two metal I am going to react with the other metal salts. Now I am going to take two test tubes. First test tube and second test tube. In this first test tube, I am going to pour copper sulphate solution, which is in blue color. Copper sulphate solution, what color? Which is in blue color. And in another test tube, I am going to take iron sulphate solution. Okay, here what I am going to take? Iron sulphate solution. And in this first test tube, I am going to dip this iron nail. I am going to dip this iron nail. Okay. I am inserting the iron nail in this solution. And in the second test tube, I am going to dip the copper wire. Okay. In the first test tube, I am taking copper sulphate solution. In the second test tube, I am taking iron sulphate solution. And in the first test tube I am dipping this iron nail, and in the second test tube I am putting the copper wire. After few minutes, wait for the reaction. Okay. Now the reaction takes place. What reaction takes place in which test tube means? In the first test tube the reaction takes place. But in the second test tube there is no reaction. Okay. Now see what reaction takes place in the first test tube. The reaction name is displacement reaction, which takes place in the first test tube. Displacement reaction. How I am saying displacement reaction takes place? What are the solution I take here? Copper sulphate solution plus iron nail. So what are all the metals I taken here? Iron and another one metal copper. Iron and another one metal copper I taken. Iron and another metal I taken here. Here this iron is very powerful in the reactive. The iron is a very reactive metal when comparing with copper. It is greater when comparing with the reactive series. Iron is greater reactive material when compared with copper. So this ion displaces the copper. This ion displaces the copper. So this is known as displacement reaction. How it displaces means this iron nail I am inserting in the copper sulphate solution. No, copper sulphate solution generally in blue color. After inserting this iron nail, after few minutes, this blue color was changed into light green, pale green color. This blue color solution is changed into light green, and this iron nail surface is surrounded as a brown color coating was produced around this iron nail, which means this ion displaces the copper and it forms iron sulphate solution. Ferrous sulphate, which means ferrous sulphate solution. It displaces the copper and it formed a ferrous sulphate solution. So this was happened in the first test tube, but there is no reaction takes place in second test tube. Why? Because what are the solution here we taken? Copper wire plus iron sulphate solution we taken. But here this copper is less reactive than this iron. So there is no reaction takes place. Okay. Here this first test tube, again I will explain. Here in the test tube I taken copper sulphate, which is in blue color solution, and I am inserting the iron nail. And after few minutes this blue color is changed into green color and a brown color coating was surrounded in the iron nail. Brown color coating. Why means iron is more reactive than copper. So this ion is displacing the copper and it forms ferrous sulfate solution. So what reaction takes place here? Displacement reaction takes place here. This only happen when metals is reacting with other metal salts. And the next topic is reactivity series. What is mean by reactivity series? We know some of the metals is highly reactive, some of the metals is highly reactive, as some of the metals is very less reactive. Some of the metals have medium stage of reactiveness. So according to this, the metals are separated, which is most reactive, less reactive and medium reactive. According to which properties they are separated means we already known in the previous videos. I explained about malleability, ductility, hardness of the metal, sonorous. According to these physical properties and also that electricity conduction, good conductor, bad conductor and heat conductor. According to these physical properties only, the metals are classified into highly reactive and less reactive. Which metal is conducting very quickly the electricity, and that is a good conductor. Which is conducting heat very fastly, and that is also very good heat conductor. And also we know about malleability and ductility. When we are beating a metal by using a hammer, we can make that as a thin sheets like, and also we can make a metal in a wire form. So the malleability and ductility of the metal and hardness of the metal. If we are using the knife to cut the metal means it is very hardly having, so we can't do that. Hardness of the metal and also sonorous. For example, school bell. When a metal is striking a hard surface, it is producing a louder sound. So that is sonorous sound. So I am revising that. So according to these physical properties, the metals are classified into highly reactive and less reactive, and also it is having one reactivity series. So now what is the metal reactivity means? Sodium, potassium, like that. The potassium is most reactive metal. Sodium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, zinc, iron, lead, copper, mercury, silver and gold. I said no, according to that malleability, ductility, sonorous, electricity conductor, according to that physical properties, metals are in this reactive series. The reactivity decreases from this to this. Reactivity increases from this to this, and it will decrease likewise. And these metals are very highly reactive, these are mediumly reactive, and these are less reactive. Silver and gold and all very less reactive. Electricity also, heat conduction also, this silver and gold are very lowest conductors, and the sodium, potassium, calcium and all, magnesium and all very highly reactive. Thank you.